The 2016 United States presidential election was one unlike any other. On one hand, we saw a candidate with accolades such as post-secondary education from Yale University, a two-term run in the Senate, and a four-year term as Secretary of State, a position handpicked by the president. The other nominee was completely new to the political scene. The backgrounds of these two nominees were radically different. One candidate had decades of experience in education surrounding politics, while the other had insufficient qualifications in comparison to past presidents. While it would seem obvious that the candidate who has devoted decades to public service would win over the hearts and minds of American voters, one major difference between the two candidates played a huge role in the outcome of the election. The qualified candidate was a woman. So I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint to share some information. So today I'm going to be talking about the glass ceiling, what it is, how it works, and its lasting effects. So defining the glass ceiling. A publication from the Oxford University Press defines the term glass ceiling as the unseen yet unbreachable barrier that keeps minorities and women from rising to the upper rungs of the corporate ladder, regardless of their qualifications or achievements. And so we're going to dive into this a little bit more, but basically the idea is that there's a cap that women, I'm going to talk about women specifically, can't reach past in the corporate ladder. They can make it to here and not above, while their male counterparts get to continue rising. And so what causes the glass ceiling? And the answer is socialization. So different virtues are socially appreciated in men and women. The masculine virtues are strength, independence, leadership, courage, and assertiveness, while feminine virtues are gentleness, empathy, humility, and sensitivity. And I would argue that all of these virtues are important, but the masculine virtues are the ones that are valued in the corporate world, while the feminine virtues are seen as something that would hold you back. They're not viewed in a positive light, even though they all can contribute to business. And so the problem with this is that the leaders are the ones who do the hiring. And according to the Strategic Management Journal, published an article about the glass ceiling, claiming that decision makers tend to view women and minorities as less competent and capable than other white men. And this is a problem because it just simply is not true, right? And currently, in 2020, only 37 women are CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. That's only 7.4% of these companies being run by women, which is, again, a problem because it lacks representation. And so leadership positions for women. Paula Stone Williams, a transgender woman and former CEO of Orchard Group, a nonprofit organization, now goes and speaks to audiences about her experience as both a man and a woman in America. She preaches that we will not achieve gender equity just by giving women more leadership opportunities. We will not achieve gender equity until men are willing to give up their leadership opportunities for women. The importance of making your own money. Money is power. There is no question to that. And the glass ceiling prevents women from reaching certain heights on the corporate ladder that keeps them from moving up social classes as well. As of September 2020, the National Partnership for Women and Families reported that nationally, the median annual pay for a woman who holds a full-time year-round job is $47,299, while the median for a man is $57,456. That means that overall, women in the United States are paid 82 cents for every dollar paid to men, amounting to an annual gender wage gap of $10,157. This is an issue because denying women income limits their chance to choose total independence. Many women have to rely on marriage to a man to stay financially stable, not because of her own lack of competence, but because men traditionally in these powerful positions keep women financially suppressed. In review, the glass ceiling keeps women from climbing to the very top of the corporate ladder, and it prohibits them from distributing the wealth fairly. And these values socially assigned to men and women influence the makeup of employers and employees. The lack of women occupying the top spots in corporations contributes to the wage disparity between men and women. In conclusion, the issue of wealth inequality has always been prevalent. But with the presence that corporations have made in the modern day American economy, women are realizing how detrimental a lack of representation in decision-making positions can be. With that, a societal push is being made to shatter the glass ceiling. So while everything I've mentioned here today is prevalent, women being socialized to feel lesser than, being restrained from pursuing higher positions, and facing wealth inequality, the takeaway, at the very least, is to be aware of the problem, to notice when sexism is happening within your own workspace, and understanding how it plays into the big picture.